Hey there. Thanks for joining. My name is Brandon Knott, and I am a senior SEO analyst at CDK Global. And today I'm going to share with you why SEO is incredibly important moving forward, especially if you are a small business to medium-sized business, and even a large-sized business, because you'll see some of the examples that I share here today where people take this form of marketing that started around, I guess, the recent iteration of what truly search engine optimization SEO is when Google became ubiquitous or much more accepted as our default search engine. We're going to explore a little bit as to why it's so critical that you prioritize this in your business, and perhaps you can see some of the benefits that we'll talk about here in a second. Before we start, I was wondering if I could quiz you here and ask you if you have any idea who this person is. Any guesses? This individual is somebody who you might recognize the three brands that he brought to our world. But we'll talk about him here in a second, because let's skip to a person you probably do know, since he's been in the media for many reasons. He displaced actually the richest man on the planet in the past couple of years. I don't remember the exact period of time, but you now know him as the richest man in the world. And he was the founder and current CEO of one of the biggest disrupting companies in the world. And we're going to talk about how he disrupted not only retail, but how he literally got there. And before we do, let's talk about another person in the same backyard. So this gentleman is actually, as you see, Rich Barton. He founded probably some name brands you know, online name brands that is, Expedia, Zillow, and Glassdoor. Yeah, he's behind all three of these. Can you believe that? Let me ask you another question. What do these two basically have in common? Frankly, these guys both founded, like I said, these incredible disruptive companies that have literally revolutionized different areas of our world. Also, I was fortunate to work for both of these guys, not directly, but as one of their team members, and I learned a lot. And one of the things I did learn, I took away that, and right now I'm actually using every day and feel like it's incredibly valuable. And that's part of the reason why I'm here to talk to you about this. So yeah, basically what I believe and what I think you should start to recognize, if you haven't already, is that they truly believe in search engine optimization. Very big time. So much so that if they didn't have it, they may have not been able to get where they ended up today. So we'll talk about that. But before we do, you can see right below their faces, this is a snapshot of a Google Analytics account, which is an analytics tool that tells us how many visits websites get. You can see from this a specific business, it's actually a car dealer in Tulsa that I used to manage. You can see who is actually, or what is actually the number one source of traffic, right? It's organic search. And in order to literally reap the rewards for organic search, you have to improve your SEO. And so that's the basis for a lot of what we're going to talk about here today. And it's not a sales pitch. This is nothing about selling. This is all about educating. So when you get to hear the rest, you'll understand perhaps why I'm so passionate about this form of internet marketing. Now, you might be questioning, how much did these guys believe in it? When I was there at both of the times, they spent millions of dollars supporting search engine optimization and paid search engine marketing. They had huge SEO teams. Well, at the time that I was at Expedia, it wasn't huge, because we actually outsourced a lot of our work to other agencies, but two very well paid search engine optimization analysts were controlling all of this, and frankly, they were using other agencies. So a lot of staff that actually supported it, even if they weren't in-house. And I know at the time that we were spending somewhere in the neighborhood of about $5 million. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that now, but I do know that they continued to spend that because they saw so many different benefits from literally having that exposure. And on top of that, frankly, as you see today, well, if you actually have been paying attention to Amazon and all that, because a lot of people have been getting excited, especially after it became one of the most valuable companies in the world. They actually have been spending even more. So they might even be one of the biggest spenders for Google Ads in the world today, mainly to support a lot of what they're doing here online. And here's the third point, which maybe a lot of people don't know, but frankly, they have a large belief in affiliate marketing, which is literally asking other companies or other websites to bring traffic over to them in exchange for some incentive. And when I was working at Expedia, I was managing or helping manage affiliate marketing programs there. And so I saw it firsthand. But in Amazon, I know one of the biggest programs at the time that really helped them solidify their position in the e-commerce space, their associates program. And a lot of you might have known that because maybe you participated and reaped some financial rewards. Now, why does that matter? Because frankly, it translates into the biggest currency in the world. And frankly, yes, it is currently valuing Amazon at over, what is it, $900 billion, approaching basically 1 trillion. You can see Expedia doing quite well, valued somewhere around $16 billion. And so they don't get there without literally driving profits through the different channels. And I can guarantee you that search engine marketing is one of those channels. How about this guy though? Let's before we actually dive into some more aspects, let me ask you this question. Who is this? If you don't know, well, maybe you at least know this. Yeah, he actually is the CEO of CarMax. And frankly, you may recognize that brand because it is starting to spread throughout the whole entire United States. Or actually, it's already in a lot of different places and really dominating. Guess what? He values SEO too. Currently, he gets tons and tons of traffic from search engine marketing. You can see he gets 885,000 keywords of visibility, translating to about 10.9, about 11 million visitors a month, and actually getting close to $30 million of value in paid search marketing. Yeah, that's through his SEO. And how does that translate to other things that are very, very important? Well, guess what? They're actually even beating the largest automotive groups in the country. This single entity has literally expanded to more all over the search engines that exist here today and just trounced them. So about 10 times AutoNation and literally even much more than that of the number 2 auto group, Penske. And again, what does that mean? Translates into market valuation. You can see here, they're worth about $14 billion. That's almost 3+ times the number 1 automotive group, AutoNation, and the number 2, Penske. So you can see they're even worth, both of them combined, maybe almost twice as much of them being combined. And how do they do it? Guess what? They do their SEO correctly. They dominate the SERPs in these particular phrases. They literally dominate the search engine results pages, which is what SERPs are. And you can see how they literally rank number 1 for searches like trucks for sale, or they literally rank number 1 for used car dealerships. And that translates into a huge amount of traffic because there's a lot of people searching for those phrases. 135,000 on an estimated level every month are searching for used car dealerships, and being in that first position, they're getting like 30–40% of that traffic for free. And that's what SEO is. Frankly, they're the number 1 website for a lot of these terms. At least recently when we evaluated and found out they're the number 1 website for Jeep Wrangler, Dodge Challenger, Nissan Rogue. It's really hard, literally, to get into this space as the number 1 organic website, and they actually accomplish this. And this is just a number of the phrases on top of literally all the other ones that we could literally share with you if we had plenty of time. And what are they doing to get there? Well, they're basically creating a lot of SEO, search engine optimization, where they're optimizing their website so well that they have literally the ability to rank, number 1 for all these phrases because they just value and implement SEO better than literally all these other websites. And that's why they're able to dominate and frankly be in that position that's translating into a large market cap. Would like to end here real quickly with, unfortunately, one of the past companies that used to be as ubiquitous as these guys are becoming. Yeah, you've probably heard of Barnes& and Noble a while back, but unfortunately, you don't hear as much, especially their brick and mortar. But hopefully, you're going to be like this guy because he's been laughing all the way to the bank and frankly, creating situations like that for that old company and not this guy. So let's hope that you take SEO seriously. Do what Jeff Bezos and Rich Barton and many of these guys and individuals in literally the field that I participate in every day have done, and that is taking it incredibly seriously. I want to thank you for taking the time to actually listen to this. I apologize if it wasn't the most exciting presentation that you've seen about SEO, but regardless, I think you get the point. And if you have absolutely any questions or thoughts about how it can truly contribute to your bottom line or contribute many new leads from traffic and frankly every form of search that relates to your business, feel free to contact me. You can see my email address here, my phone number, etc. So I truly believe in this. I think you should. And if you need any more reasons, let me know. I'm happy to talk about it with you at any time. Have a good one.